Good morning. So we're going to go ahead and work on the second port for 7.4. 2.4. Not 7.4 yet. 7.4 is our chapter on taxes. So we're working on fixed and variable expenses. Okay, so we're working on this, everybody. So we're still working on this. So what we have with this one, everybody, so if we have so this is called our demand function. So our demand function is the quantity is equal to negative 112 times the price plus 4,500. Okay. So this is what we call the demand function. Okay. So if we want to write the expense function, write E in terms of the price. So notice this is price, not cost to produce. Again, I don't know why they both did two P's, but our book does. Okay. So we have with this, everybody. So we're going to do, so our expense function, everybody, is going to be the expenses equal to $3 times our quantity. Okay, this is our quantity right here. Plus 18,000. So 18,000 is our fixed cost. So we're going to substitute this in for Q. Okay. So we're going to substitute all of this in, everybody, for Q. So I'm going to go E is equal to 3. And I'm going to take and put all this in this part for Q right here. And then we're going to simplify it. So I'm going to do negative 112 times the price plus 4,500. Okay, so that's all in there. I should have done a different color. I need to be able to color everybody, helps our brain organize the information. So make sure we're getting this information all organized. Plus the 18,000. Okay, so everybody make sure you do that step of bringing down that 18,000 right here for our fixed cost. Okay. Then we're going to do our distributive property. So we're going to have to multiply 3 times negative 112 and 3 times 4,500. So we have to multiply those all together. So negative 336p plus 13,500 plus 18,000. Okay, we're going to combine like terms, everybody. So we're going to add together our numbers, our constants. So the 13,500 plus the 18,000. Okay, to simplify our equation. So our final equation, we're going to get negative 336p plus 31,500. We got it. Okay, and this is also example number 3 in section 2.4 my book. Okay, so we've been talking about expense. So revenue, everybody, is our next topic we're going to talk about. So revenue is the income business needs. Sorry, too many pens over here. Okay, the income that the business receives from products and services. So that's all their income that they're bringing in. So it's the income the business receives from their products. So from all their sales, so from products and services, all their sales. And that's called revenue. Okay, so on this one, everybody, so our expense, so this is for number 4, okay? So they give us what our expense equation. It's $1.10 times the quantity plus 4,200. Okay, so that's our expense equation in terms of quantity. Widgets. That sells for $2.50 each. Okay, so everybody, so this is our price, $2.50. Okay, everybody, this is our price. So we're going to have to do this with revenue. So revenue equation, everybody, is equal to the price times the quantity. Okay, so it's equal to the price times the quantity. So we're going to write this one as, so revenue is going to equal to the price, which is $2.50, times that quantity. So $2.50 times that quantity. Okay. If revenue is less, so if the revenue is less than their expenses, then the company has a loss. If the revenue is more than their expenses, then they're going to make a profit. Okay. Okay, so let's do an example, everybody. So let's say that we have, so our demand function, so negative 112 times the price that we just used up there, everybody, times 4,500. And I'm going to take, so we have our $2, so we have our expense revenue function. Times the quantity. And I'm going to take and I'm going to substitute for the quantity, just like how we did up there in the expense, I'm going to substitute that in. I'm going to substitute this all in for our quantity. Negative 112 times the price plus 4,500. We're going to do our distributive property again. Okay, so we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply it all together. So we get our revenue equation is equal to negative 2,800 times the price plus 112,500. Okay. Okay, so this is the revenue function in terms of price. Okay, and this is the revenue function in terms of quantity. Okay, so in terms of the quantity, in terms of the price. Make sure, sorry. Okay, so revenue function in terms of price. So substitute in demand function for the quantity. I did distributed property. Okay, so just multiplying and we get our revenue. Okay, now we have our revenue. So everybody, break-even points means that the revenue is going to be equal to the expense. So we have revenue is equal to the expense. So that's the break-even point. So we're going to take our $2.50 times our quantity. So I'm going to take I'm using my revenue equation in terms of quantity, expense equation in terms of quantity. Okay, so I'm going to do both of those. And then our expense equation, we're going to use $1.10. So I'm using this one, everybody, from up here. So $1.10 times the quantity plus 4,200. Okay. So I'm solving for the quantity, so break even point. So we're going to take and we're going to subtract the $1.10 times the quantity from each side. If I remember what we do on to one side, we got to do the other side, just like if we're doing bicep curls, we got to do bicep curls on each side. Okay, and then this one would be 0. We need to make sure to bring down that 4,200. Okay. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to go ahead and divide. So remember, we want to get the quantity each side by $1.40. Okay, $1.40 divided by $1.40 is going to be 0. So I'm dividing it out. And then we put in the calculator, so 4,200 divided by $1.40. And we're going to get quantity is equal to, and everybody remember this, we're going to round to the nearest whole number. So 3,000 widgets. Okay. Okay, so this is solving for our break-even points, they're called. Where the revenue equals the expense. I cannot emphasize this enough, everybody. Revenue equals expense. Okay. Next section, we're going to do this with graphs. So if I'm going to substitute it in, so I'm going to go revenue. So our $2.50. I'm going to substitute in that 3,000. So we want to know how much revenue would we make at the break-even point. So that would be 7,000. We'd need to make 7,500 to reach our break-even point. And that would also be our expenses, everybody, would be the 7,200. Okay, so that's where the revenue is equal to the expense. Okay, let's show on the graph. Show visual. So section 2.4 continued. Okay, so let's put this on the graph. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go down 7. Okay, so everybody on the x-axis is the quantity. And then the amount of money, so for revenue or expense. Okay, so let's say for our revenue, it's going to start from 0. So notice, everybody, it is going to start from 0. And then we're going to have our expense equation. Okay, our fixed cost was at 4,200. everybody, that was our fixed cost right there. We need to make at least 7,500, everybody, to break even. Okay. Okay, so so this, everybody, is our break-even point. So revenue is equal to our expense. Okay. If it's less, okay, that means our revenue is less than our expenses, everybody. So that would be a loss. Okay. Oh, I had to add one part. And then our quantity, everybody, that break even right here, we'd have 3,000. Okay, and then for a profit, so if we sell over 3,000 widgets, this would be 3,000, then we're going to make a profit. So we'll be in the green. So let's say if you're in the red, okay. So remember this, so everybody is our expense. And the red one is our revenue. Okay, everybody, you got this. And like I said, we will do more with this in the next section.